For many older adults, yogurt is a trusted staple. It's light, easy to digest, and full of probiotics that promise to support gut health. And in your 70s or beyond, when digestion slows and food sensitivities increase, yogurt feels like a gentle, nutritious choice. And it can be. But what if I told you there's one very common topping, often added to yogurt for flavor and texture, that can quietly undo many of its health benefits? What if that innocent sprinkle or swirl could be disrupting your digestion, causing inflammation and leaving you with bloating, fatigue, or worse? In today's video, we're going to reveal why one sweet topping, when combined with yogurt, can create real problems for older adults over 70. We'll walk through what it does in the body, why it becomes more dangerous as we age, and how to make smarter, safer swaps that still satisfy your sweet tooth without harming your gut. Because your digestion is not what it used to be. And at this age, even small food combinations can make a big difference for better or worse. But before we dive in, I need to ask you to do 3 small things. Like this video if you've ever added just a little something to your yogurt without thinking twice. This might be a wake-up call. Subscribe to our channel, where every week we share grounded, honest, age-specific health wisdom designed just for you. Comment below with how you usually enjoy your yogurt. Fruit? Nuts? Honey? Your answer might spark someone else's reflection. Let's begin, because yogurt may still belong in your bowl, but not everything that goes on top of it does. 1. Yogurt and granola, a sweet crunch combo that can wreck senior digestion. For decades, granola has been marketed as one of the healthiest foods around. It's often seen as the perfect topping for yogurt, crunchy, flavorful, and filled with oats, nuts, and dried fruit. On the surface, it sounds ideal, a balance of protein, carbs, and healthy fats. And for younger bodies with strong digestion, granola can be manageable. But here's the truth most older adults don't hear. After 70, combining granola with yogurt can quietly overwhelm your digestive system and undo many of the benefits you think you're getting from this healthy duo. Let's break this down. Most commercial granolas are highly processed and loaded with sugar, even the ones labeled as organic, natural, or low-fat. Just half a cup of granola can contain 12 to 20 grams of added sugar, often from syrups, honey, or molasses. When you add that to the natural sugar already found in many yogurts, even plain ones, you're starting your day with a sugar load that your aging gut and pancreas may no longer be equipped to handle. Why does this matter? Because after 70, your body experiences several changes. Slower gastric emptying, meaning food sits in your stomach longer. Reduced enzyme production, which makes it harder to break down dense or complex carbs. Decreased insulin sensitivity, so your body takes longer to move sugar out of your bloodstream. And for many seniors, there's already some form of low-grade gut inflammation or weakened gut lining. Now combine that reality with granola, which is hard and crunchy, making it tough to chew and digest. High in added sugars, leading to blood sugar spikes and crashes. Often includes dried fruit, which adds even more sugar and can ferment in the gut. Frequently includes oils, some of which are hydrogenated or processed with additives. The result? Bloating after breakfast, mid-morning energy crashes, acid reflux, constipation, or, in some cases, urgent bowel movements, a disruption in gut flora, which can actually counteract the probiotics in your yogurt. That's right. The granola can cancel out the good bacteria in your yogurt. Instead of feeding your gut health, the sugar overload feeds bad bacteria, leading to imbalance, gas, and digestive discomfort. So what can you do instead? Choose plain, unsweetened yogurt as your base, either dairy or plant-based. Add a small handful of fresh berries, like blueberries or raspberries, for natural sweetness and fiber. Sprinkle crushed walnuts or chia seeds for healthy fats and gentle crunch. If you still crave sweetness, add cinnamon or a tiny drizzle of raw honey, no more than half a teaspoon. Or make your own granola at home, low sugar, soft-baked, and tailored to your body's needs. This simple change could lead to fewer digestive issues, more balanced energy, and better absorption of the nutrients your body needs most right now. Have you been pairing yogurt with granola and feeling off afterward, maybe bloated or sluggish? Comment below with time to change my topping. Even that small step might help another senior reconsider their morning routine. And if this truth helped you see yogurt in a new light, like the video and subscribe. Because in the next part, we'll talk about another popular yogurt topping that sounds healthy, but can silently worsen arthritis, blood sugar levels, and inflammation when combined with dairy. You don't want to miss this. Stay with me. Your gut will thank you. 2. Yogurt and honey. A sticky sweet mistake that can worsen inflammation and blood sugar in seniors. For many seniors trying to eat healthy, yogurt topped with a spoonful of honey feels like the perfect morning or afternoon snack. It tastes good, feels gentle, and seems far better than a slice of cake or a processed dessert. But here's the truth most older adults don't realize. Combining yogurt with honey, especially if you're over 70, can quietly trigger digestive imbalance, spike blood sugar, and increase inflammation in the body. Let's take a closer look at why. Honey is often seen as natural, and yes, it contains antioxidants and trace minerals. But it's also pure sugar, made up of about 40% fructose and 30% glucose. And just 1 tablespoon of honey contains around 17 grams of sugar, nearly the same as a can of soda. Now, if you're under 40 and metabolically healthy, your body can typically handle that sugar without major issues. But after 70, several key changes make this sweet habit much riskier. Insulin sensitivity declines with age, meaning it's harder for your cells to take in sugar from your blood, causing higher spikes and longer crashes. The pancreas weakens, slowing the release of insulin and increasing your risk for prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. The gut lining becomes thinner, and excess sugar can feed harmful gut bacteria, leading to dysbiosis, an imbalance in the microbiome. And for those living with chronic inflammation, such as arthritis, joint pain, or cardiovascular issues, sugar acts like fuel to the fire. When you add honey to yogurt, you may be undermining the very reason you eat yogurt in the first place, for gut health. Here's why. The probiotics in yogurt require a stable gut environment to flourish. But sugar, especially fructose, can cause harmful bacteria to overgrow, which crowds out beneficial strains like lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. Fructose is also processed in the liver, and when consumed in high quantities over time, even from natural sources like honey, it can lead to fatty liver, increased triglycerides, and systemic inflammation. And if you consume this combo regularly, you may notice symptoms like increased joint pain or stiffness, brain fog or sluggish thinking after meals, elevated fasting glucose on your next blood test, fatigue or cravings soon after eating. So what should you do? If you love a little sweetness in your yogurt, try this instead. Add sliced banana or steamed apple. Both offer natural sweetness with fiber to slow the sugar absorption. Use cinnamon or vanilla extract to enhance flavor without sugar. Try a few unsweetened coconut flakes for texture and aroma. If you truly want honey, use no more than 1/4 teaspoon and pair it with high-fiber fruits to buffer the sugar spike. And most importantly, pay attention to how you feel after. Bloating, brain fog, achy joints, or energy crashes are not just aging. They might be signals from your body asking you to rethink the mix. Have you been adding honey to your yogurt and feeling worse, even though you thought it was healthy? Share your experience in the comments. Just writing, "I've noticed this," could help someone else connect the dots. And if this opened your eyes about honey and yogurt, like the video and subscribe. Because next, we'll talk about another seemingly healthy topping, one loaded with antioxidants that can actually damage teeth and disturb digestion when paired with dairy. Yes, we're going there. Stay with me. Every spoonful matters more than ever. 3. Yogurt and berries. Why even antioxidants can backfire when combined with dairy after 70. Berries are often called superfoods. They're full of antioxidants, fiber, and vitamins. And they're especially popular among older adults looking for natural ways to support brain health, reduce inflammation, and satisfy a sweet craving without reaching for processed sugar. And yes, berries are good for you. But when you regularly combine berries with yogurt, especially if you're over 70, there's something important you need to understand. The very compounds that make berries healthy may be blocked, weakened, or even misused by the aging digestive system when paired with dairy. Let's unpack that. Berries, especially blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, are rich in polyphenol, natural plant compounds that fight oxidative stress and inflammation. Polyphenol have been linked to improved cognitive function, better circulation, reduced blood pressure, and even slower age-related decline. But here's the catch. Research suggests that when polyphenol-rich foods are combined with dairy proteins, their absorption may be reduced. That's because certain proteins found in milk, such as casein and whey, can bind to polyphenol in the gut, creating complexes that the body struggles to absorb. So while you may still taste the berries and feel good about the combo, the antioxidants you think you're getting may not actually be reaching your bloodstream in meaningful amounts. And after 70, when the digestive lining is thinner, stomach acid is lower, and absorption efficiency is already reduced, this blocking effect becomes even more significant. But that's not the only concern. Many seniors choose frozen berries for convenience, and while that's not necessarily harmful, frozen berries often come with added sugars, especially in pre-packaged fruit blends, hard skins, or seeds that can irritate weakened digestion or sensitive teeth, cold temperature, which can trigger digestive slowing, acid reflux, or cramping in aging guts, especially when combined with cold yogurt. And here's something even fewer people talk about. Berries, particularly acidic ones like raspberries and strawberries, when eaten regularly with dairy can erode enamel, especially for those with dry mouth or receding gums, which are common in later life. Yogurt, though calcium-rich, is also slightly acidic. Combine that with berry acids and sugars, and you have a recipe for increased tooth sensitivity and enamel wear over time. So what can you do instead? You don't have to give up berries, but consider these smarter approaches. Eat berries separately from yogurt. For example, as part of a mid-morning snack or after lunch. If you do combine them, choose plain Greek yogurt and allow berries to come to room temperature before eating to reduce digestive shock. Use steamed or lightly cooked berries. This breaks down some of the binding and enhances antioxidant availability. Add a sprinkle of chia seeds or oats. These act as buffers and improve absorption. Drink a small glass of water afterward, and if you can, rinse your mouth to protect dental health. Remember, digestion after 70 is about timing and compatibility, not just ingredients. What once worked at 40 may no longer serve you today, and that's not failure. That's wisdom. If you've been mixing yogurt and berries for years without realizing how it may be affecting your body, comment below with "didn't know this." That awareness may be the shift someone else needs too. And if this helped you think more critically about even the healthy toppings, like the video and subscribe. Because in the next section, we'll look at a trendy topping that's taken over health food aisles. But for older adults, it may lead to stomach cramps, constipation, and mineral imbalance when mixed with yogurt. You won't want to miss this one. Keep walking with me, one bite at a time. 4. Yogurt and chia seeds, a fiber bomb that can disrupt digestion in older adults. Chia seeds have exploded in popularity over the last decade. You'll find them in smoothies, pudding recipes, baked goods, and yes, on top of yogurt. They're marketed as a superfood. And to be fair, chia seeds are nutrient-dense. They're rich in fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and plant-based protein. For many adults, they can help promote regularity, heart health, and satiety. But here's what most people, especially those over 70, don't hear. When you mix dry chia seeds directly into yogurt, you may be setting yourself up for digestive issues, dehydration, and even mineral imbalance. Let's start with what chia seeds do in your body. Chia seeds are hydrophilic. They absorb up to 10 times their weight in water. When soaked in liquid, they form a gel-like coating, which helps slow digestion and support gut health. But when eaten dry, especially in a dense food like yogurt, they begin absorbing moisture from your body during digestion. And for older adults, that comes with risks. Dehydration. After 70, your body is already more prone to fluid imbalance. Chia seeds can pull water from your digestive tract, leading to dry stools, constipation, and hard-to-pass bowel movements, especially if you're not drinking enough water. Bloating and cramps. The fiber in chia is insoluble and expands during digestion. In an aging gut with weakened motility and lower enzyme levels, this can cause pressure, gas, or stomach discomfort. Mineral interference. Chia seeds are high in phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that can bind to calcium, zinc, and magnesium in your gut, reducing their absorption. If you're eating yogurt for calcium, this combo could be counterproductive. Medication complications. For those taking blood pressure or blood thinner medications, chia seeds' natural blood thinning properties can enhance medication effects, raising the risk of bruising or internal bleeding over time, especially when consumed in large amounts. What makes it worse? Most people sprinkle chia seeds dry on cold yogurt. This leaves no time for hydration or pre-gelatinization, making them harder for your system to process. Portions are often too large. 1 tablespoon may sound small, but for seniors with slower digestion, even that can be overwhelming. So what's the safer way to enjoy chia seeds? Always soak chia seeds in water, almond milk, or other liquid for at least 15 to 30 minutes before adding them to yogurt. Use no more than 1 teaspoon per serving, especially if you're new to chia or prone to gut sensitivity. Pair chia with hydrating foods like fresh fruits or warm tea to help your body process the fiber more effectively. And listen to your digestion. If you feel backed up, bloated, or gassy after eating chia, reduce or remove them for a few days and observe the difference. Chia seeds can be helpful, but only if your body is ready to receive them. If you've been eating dry chia on yogurt and struggling with bloating, sluggishness, or bathroom issues, comment below with "Now I know." Even a few words could help another person connect the dots on their daily discomfort. And if this helped you rethink a so-called superfood, like the video and subscribe. Because in our final section, we'll explore a topping that feels nostalgic and comforting, yet when mixed with yogurt, can silently raise sodium levels, affect kidney health, and sabotage hydration in seniors. Let's finish this the right way. 1 topping left, and it might surprise you most. 5. Yogurt and salted nuts. A crunchy comfort combo that can quietly raise blood pressure and strain kidney function. There's something undeniably satisfying about the crunch of nuts on top of creamy yogurt. For many seniors, a sprinkle of almonds, cashews, or peanuts adds texture, richness, and a touch of indulgence. And yes, nuts are nutritious. They're packed with healthy fats, plant-based protein, and important minerals like magnesium and potassium. But here's what most older adults don't realize. When you combine salted nuts with yogurt, especially if you're over 70, you may be setting yourself up for elevated blood pressure, fluid retention, and unnecessary strain on your kidneys. Let's take a closer look at why. Most nuts sold in stores are roasted and salted, often containing 200 to 250 milligrams of sodium per small handful. That doesn't sound like much, until you realize that most adults over 70 are advised to consume less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. In many cases, that small sprinkle of salted nuts on your yogurt could make up 20% or more of your daily sodium allowance before you've even added lunch or dinner. And that sodium doesn't just stay in your mouth. It increases fluid retention, especially around the ankles, legs, and midsection. It raises blood pressure, even for those already on medication. It contributes to morning stiffness, joint aches, and swelling. Symptoms many seniors attribute to just getting older, when in reality, they may be food-related. And most critically, it places added strain on your kidneys, which naturally lose filtering efficiency with age. Yogurt, though not inherently harmful, contains natural sodium from dairy. Add salted nuts on top, and you now have a meal that's quietly raising your sodium intake and pushing your system harder than it needs to. And here's what few people talk about. High sodium meals, even healthy ones, can also interfere with hydration. You might drink water and still feel thirsty, lightheaded, or foggy. That's because your body is retaining fluid in the wrong places while cells remain underhydrated. And if you're living with chronic conditions like kidney disease, hypertension, or cardiovascular issues, this yogurt combo may seem innocent, but it's silently working against your treatment plan. So what can you do instead? Choose unsalted or dry roasted nuts. Always read the label and aim for sodium-free or under 50 milligrams per serving. If you love salted nuts, soak them in warm water for 30 minutes. Then rinse to remove surface salt before adding to your yogurt. Stick to 1 tablespoon or less. Nuts are healthy, but dense in calories and can become hard to digest in larger portions. Consider ground flaxseed, sliced almonds, or pumpkin seeds as lower sodium, digestion-friendly alternatives. And most importantly, listen to your body. If you feel puffy, tired, or sluggish after your usual yogurt snack, the sodium might be playing a bigger role than you think. Have you been using salted nuts with yogurt, thinking it was a healthy snack? Comment with "didn't realize the salt mattered." That simple line might spark someone else's awareness too. And if this helped you understand why even wholesome ingredients need adjusting after 70, like the video and subscribe. Because in the final conclusion, we'll pull everything together. A clear, simple guide on how to enjoy yogurt safely, deliciously, and in a way that supports your body, not works against it. Let's wrap it all up. You deserve clarity, one bite at a time. Yogurt, for many seniors, feels like a safe choice, a food that's light, easy, familiar. But what we've uncovered together today is that it's not just the yogurt itself that matters. It's what you put on top of it. Because after 70, your digestion changes. Your blood pressure shifts. Your kidneys, pancreas, and gut lining are not what they once were. And in this season of life, even the smallest food combinations can carry big consequences. Let's revisit the truths we've uncovered. Granola, once seen as a health food, often sneaks in high sugar, dense carbs, and hard textures that overwhelm aging digestion. Honey, while natural, can silently spike blood sugar, feed inflammation, and throw off gut balance when paired with dairy. Berries, rich in antioxidants, may lose their benefits when mixed with yogurt, while also irritating digestion and teeth, especially if cold or acidic. Chia seeds, though popular, can rob your body of hydration and overwhelm your gut if eaten dry or in excess. Salted nuts, while tasty, introduce sodium loads that quietly raise blood pressure and strain the kidneys, especially dangerous in a body that processes salt more slowly with age. The lesson isn't to fear food. It's to respect your body, to recognize that what once worked at 40 may no longer serve you at 75, and to know that wisdom in eating is not about restriction. It's about awareness. So how can you enjoy yogurt safely and even thrive with it? Here's a simple template. Start with plain, unsweetened yogurt. Greek if you want extra protein, or plant-based if dairy is a problem. Add soft fruits like steamed apple, banana, or room temperature berries in small portions. Include hydrated seeds or soft nuts, no more than a tablespoon. Use spices like cinnamon or turmeric for flavor and anti-inflammatory support. Keep a glass of water nearby, and always eat mindfully, slowly, and seated. Most importantly, listen to your body. After 70, food becomes more than just fuel. It becomes medicine, memory, and a message. A message that says, I still care for this body. I still choose nourishment. I still choose life. If this video opened your eyes to one small habit you didn't know was harming your health, do 3 things. Like this video, that one click tells the platform this information matters. Subscribe so you never miss another piece of grounded, clear, and senior-focused health wisdom. Comment below with the topping you'll change first, or one you now see differently. Your story could be the light someone else is waiting to see. You deserve food that works with your body, not against it. And with the right knowledge, one small bowl of yogurt can become a quiet, healing ritual, not a hidden risk. Stay wise, stay nourished, and remember, at this age, every bite counts more than ever.